Nating tapusin ito ng less than 30 minutes dahil ngayon ay 3 o'clock na. So sa quiz na ito, dapat 303 ang sumagot pero dalawang set kasi ito. May even at saka may odd. Okay. So sa even, pero halos parallel or pareho naman yung items. So sa number 1, ang correct answer dyan, the correct answer is quantitative research. And that requires you to distinguish between qualitative and quantitative research. No? Why quantitative research is required in theory building is because you need a substantial amount of data to even introduce a theory. Okay? So, kailangan marami kang empirical evidence. Katulad nung kay Hofstede, di ba? Ang data ni Hofstede, libo-libo ang kanyang respondents. That's why yung kanyang theory about cultural dimension ay naging accepted. It becomes an accepted theory. Kasi how can you question data? Hindi pwedeng i-question ng data. Okay. Yan, ang data kasi sa research, yan ang katotohanan. So, ang answer dito sa number 1 is quantitative research, letter C. Number 2, it is an interrelated proposition to provide a logical explanation about gender inequality in society. What you have to consider here are these terms. Propositions, okay? Explanation, okay? And then, explanation about what? Explanation about gender inequality, okay? Proposition, description, explanation about gender inequality. The answer here is letter E. Okay? Gender theory. Okay? The next item is blank is a set of subjective statements that explains reality. So you have to know what the word means. No? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng subjective? Ang ibig sabihin po ng subjective, ito ay opposite ng objective. Okay. Yung objective, general siya. Kung subjective yan ay nakadepende sa bawat tao. You cannot question a subjective claim by a person. So, halimbawa, lalo na if it's about his beliefs, no? You cannot question those personal beliefs. So, subjective means personal statements. So, when you see this word, subjective, it is pertaining to philosophy, no? Personal philosophy. Wala kang magagawa. Yan ang kanyang paniniwala. It's not theory because theory is something that can be generalized. Okay? That can be applied generally. What about politics? It doesn't connect to the definition because politics ang hanapin yung word dyan ay power. Okay? Ideology medyo related sa politics but ideology related din yan sa theory because ideology is theory applied, no? Ideology may come from theory or philosophy, but how is it different from the other three, no? Ideology has an agenda for change. So, kapag ang hanapin mo sa ideology ay something with the use of power, something related, no? Something related to the use of power to change something, to address an issue. So, yan yung ideology. Okay? O kaya, change a system. So, examples ng ideology are democracy, liberalism, Marxism, lahat yung mga ism na nabanggit natin sa lecture. Number 4, blank may be a set of theoretical or philosophical propositions that serve to advocate intervention. So, ito na yung dinefine ko kanina. So, alam nyo na ang sagot. Ang sagot dito ay letter C. The keywords are advocacy, to address issues. Okay? To serve, to advocate. Paano ka nag-advocate? So, parang pinipresent mo yung isang agenda para yakapin ng ibang tao. Okay, ano bang gusto mong mangyari? So, yan. Ang answer ay ideology. Number 5, blank is a gender issue when it assigns roles to individuals that limit their participation in society compared to others. So, is it gender theory? No, because theory explains. It does not limit. What about gender analysis? So, parang hindi rin. What about gender division of labor? That is the correct answer because the keywords that may be associated with the idea is yung assignment of roles. And then number 6, empirical. What does the word empirical mean? Empirical means the use of facts as basis, the use of facts as evidence. And so, it was found out that women woke up earlier than men because they have to do all of the above. Okay, all of the above. But most of them, well, according to statistics, global statistics ito, majority of women's tasks at home pertains to child care. Okay, that's a fact for the world. That's related to the topic on unpaid care work. Okay, number 7, it is a set of beliefs that holds that men's contribution to society is more important than women's. The answer is patriarchy. Okay. Number 8, the gender theory that holds that gender inequality is rooted in the varying opportunities given to men and women. The answer here, the keywords are distribution of wealth, power, and resources. Kapag nakita nyo yan, yung phrase na distribution of wealth, and it affects a social condition, like it gives way to inequality in society. So again, the keywords are because of unequal distribution of wealth. The answer is Marxist feminism. Okay? So, diniscuss natin ito sa klase. Diba? Si Marx kasi economist yan. So, he focused on the effect of the unequal distribution of wealth on society. That's how we came up with this theory on conflict. Sabi niya, yung democracy na yan, babagsak yan. Yung liberal economy na yan, mag-fail yan dahil hindi pantay ang hatian ng kayamanan. At saka, kapag sa liberal economy daw, dahil may freedom ng mga tao, no? Yung mga mayayaman ay mas lalong yayaman. So, yung gap between rich and poor, which signify social inequality, will be ever widening and it might lead to something that is known as, according to his analysis, a revolution. So, meron siyang theory about thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Yun ang kanyang theory about conflict. Okay? So the answer is, sa number 9, the answer to number 8 was Marxist feminism. Number 9, this theory holds that society puts preference in the achievement, take note of the keywords, achievement, heroism, assertiveness, and material rewards for success. Okay? When you see this, kahit habang binabasa nyo nga, nararamdaman nyo na this is not feminine, this is really masculine. So the answer here is masculinity. Okay? Masculinity, because conflict pertains to unequal distribution of wealth, diba? And its effect to society, giving way to conflict. And then structural functionalism naman is about how society is divided into four subsystems: economic, political, social, and cultural, and those functions to ensure stability of society. And so when you look at the keywords, heroism, assertiveness, these are focusing on the traits, as well as yung idea ng the distinction between male and female, and that males are superior. Okay. So the answer is letter C. Next. Parang naulit na to. Okay. Tapos na ba tayo? Okay, the theory, tapos na pala yan. Number 10, the theory that sees patriarchy as a cause of gender inequality. Tignan ko nga kung alam nyo to. Ang tamang sagot dito ang keywords dito ay patriarchy. Ang tamang sagot ay liberal feminism. Okay? The correct answer is liberal feminism. Don't forget that. Number 11, which of the following is an example of sexist language? Letter A, racial discrimination. Not an example of sexist language. Racial discrimination, green jokes, songs with sexual innuendos, metaphors objectifying men and women. E, all of the above. F, none of the above. The correct answer is racial discrimination. It doesn't have anything to do with sexism, but rather focusing on oppression of certain race. Okay, hindi siya gender. It's racial. Okay. Pero the other ones, yung green joke, bastos, di ba? And then sexual, mali pala yung mali yung spelling, dapat bonus na to, di ba? Nagkamali ba ng spelling o napindot ko lang siya? I wonder. So, dapat bonus na yun. Anyway, matatalino naman kayo. So, parang papasa naman kayo lahat doon sa midterms. Sana papasa kayo doon sa midterm exam. Kasi yun yung kapag bumagsak kayo dyan, well, papasa pa rin kayo kasi tataas naman ng mga inputs nyo. Kaya lang, baka maapektuhan yung grade ninyo. Kasi kapag mababa yung major exam ninyo, bababa yung grade ninyo. Kasi 35% yan eh. Okay. Number 12. Which of the following may be used as a gender fair alternative term instead of manpower? Okay, labor force, personnel, human resources, staff. The answer is all of the above. Letter E. Okay, next. Kamali na. Nasira na yung Okay, next question. Which of the following may be used as a gender alternative term instead? Ay, parang paulit-ulit to. Number 13, instead of using a singular pronoun, which of the following may be used as a gender pair alternative? Feminine singular, plural form, proper nouns, use general term. The answer. What is the answer? What is the answer? The answer is use plural form. Okay? You use plural form so as not to commit the mistake of omitting women. Okay, number 14, which of the following is an effect, is an, mali oh. Which of the following is an effect of sexism? A. Negates Filipino culture. B. It violates the laws. C. Hampers productivity. D. Negatively affects development efforts. The answer here is all of the above. Okay. Number 15. Which of the following manifests sexism in media? A. Media portrays culture as is macho. TV programs portray women as weak. The use of vulgar cursing words. It shows women as sex objects. The correct answer is letter E. Okay, letter E. Ay, ang haba pala nito. Okay, number 1. Ay, parang natapos na natin to. Okay, the answer for number 1 is the answer to number 1 is true. Okay, the answer to number 1 is true. Parang paulit-ulit yung tanong na yan. Number 2, in the myth, it appeared that women had no opportunity to voice out to have their voices heard. The answer is false because the narrative itself shows how women felt, no, and how powerful they become even if their powers are taken away from them. Diba? In the case of Alonsina, diba? Kahit naagaw yung mga kapangyarihan niya, ang lahat ng naganap sa sanlibutan ay naganap dahil sa kanya. Okay? Number 3, based on the Hofstede data, in feminine society, only women shop for food. This is false. Okay? So, the keyword is feminine. Kapag feminine society sa Hofstede theory, it tends to not tense, but it focuses on how men are channeled to perform feminine tasks, okay, and assume mga feminine traits, okay, katulad ng shopping for food. So of course, it's false because in feminine societies, men also shop for food, okay. Kuha nyo. So, kailangan yung aralin yung lecture. And then, number 6, of the 6 cultural indices, it is only masculinity and femininity that it matters when the information comes from men or women. True. Number 5, in masculine societies, males sacrifice their families in favor of work. That is true. In feminine societies, males do not sacrifice their families. They balance. Okay? They balance. Number 6, Hofstede's theory of masculinity has something to do with economic factors affecting the status of individuals. It might be true. It's true. neutralization replaces male masculine forms with gender unmarked forms. Okay, that is true. Number 9, in feminine societies with boys and girls can cry but neither should fight. Feminine, true. Number 10, masculine societies, there are more people living below poverty line in feminine than in feminine societies. The answer is true. Okay, masculine. Bakit? Kasi, kasi yung mga babae, hindi na ma-maximize yung participation nila sa economy at maraming mga restrictions and then violations ng rights ng iba't ibang tao, babae man, bata, ah, matanda. Number 11, Filipinos are not given a conscious education during the Spanish era. True. Okay, anong education ang binigay sa atin ng mga Kastila? They educated us to embrace the Catholic religion, no? But not really about science and knowledge. So, we were taught to embrace mysticism, tradition, mga superstition. Yun ang binigay sa atin ng mga Kastila. Number 12, alam nyo na yan. Number 13, pre-colonial women had no right to rule. The answer is false because we had an egalitarian culture during the pre-colonial times. Okay? Women could rule. Hindi lang mga mga lalaki ang nagro-rule. Maaari din mga babae. Number 14, so alam niyo na yan. People in the pre-colonial Babay lands are... The answer is false. Number 15, malapit na matapos. 15, had equal rights before the answer is true. Ibig sabihin ng equal rights, that jives with the essence of an egalitarian culture. Okay? So, I will stop at this point kasi napakaingay na dito. So, I hope you will